Hey everyone, Chris here. I just wanted to do a quick video comparing the Battle of the Lowers, Aero Precision versus Anderson Manufacturing. Before we dive in, I just want to give a big thanks and a big shout out to every single one of you. We hit over 100 subs. You guys rock. You guys are awesome. I am speechless knowing that the fact that, 100 of you subscribe to my channel and all the viewers, comments, likes, shares, subscribes, from the old subscribers, the new subscribers, to the people that are new to firearms coming into the 2A community. Welcome. You guys are awesome. Let's dive into our meat and potatoes here. So as you guys can see, we have the Aero Precision M4E1 versus Anderson, which is, just like your basic lower. Are there some big differences right away that you guys can tell? Yes. A, being the trigger guard, it is actually part of the lower and it is skeletonized, which I think is really cool. Versus one that you'd have to take a hammer and punch. I didn't have an issue putting mine in, as you guys can see right there. I did see some videos of people breaking these, what I like to call the ears off. And once you do that, you're kind of shit out of luck because that's part of the lower. I know some people probably wouldn't care. Others would definitely care. So keep that in mind. Is it a big deal? Is it a deal breaker? No, just be very, very careful when you guys are putting in your trigger guard. The other thing is that the bolt catch, bolt release is screwed. So you would actually take a small hex, unscrew this bad boy out, put your bolt stop, bolt release in there, put some thread locker on it, and then just thread it back in. Anderson is more of your traditional lower. This is my very first lower that I built and put together. I was very excited. I used a lot of painter's tape when putting in my pins. So as you guys can see right there, you got a little, right where it's shiny, I did scuff that up, but not bad for my first time, putting a lower together. Not bad at all. Just make sure that you guys use plenty of painter's tape and go slow. Here, you don't have to worry about that, like I said, because it's, it's a screw. The other thing is, you can kind of notice that the magwell is more pronounced. It's like more flared on this guy than the Anderson is. Sorry guys, I'm doing this all with one hand. Is it a big deal? No. Have I had issues with that? No, I haven't. The other thing is too that you guys can kind of tell is they did kind of taper and take a little bit off right here next to the buffer tube. Anderson did too, but it's not as defined and it's not as, defined as this guy right here. Both made here in the US, both 75 T6 aluminum. Some people are going to prefer this guy over, this guy. All personal preference, guys. All personal preference. I haven't had an issue with the Anderson. I haven't built the Aero out yet, so I couldn't tell you anything that I've seen or noticed differently. One other thing that I will notice is that the little green thing that is in the lower, that's actually a little screw that kind of help tighten up the tolerances between your upper and your lower. The Anderson does not have that, which is totally, it's fine. It's not a big deal. It's not going to be a huge deal breaker. Is it worth that extra $80, $60 over this guy? I will agree that that's pretty genius, and this right here is genius. I will admit that. Everything else, I mean, 70, 75 T6 aluminum is still 70, 75 T6 aluminum. You know, some guys will prefer this over this and vice versa. I think that they make very good lowers. The both companies make very good lowers. You guys will not be disappointed in either one that you guys run. Like I said, people have had issues with Aero, people have had issues with Anderson. It's all personal preference, guys, on, you know, what we can find at the time and what we like. You know, it's kind of like shoes. Some people prefer Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, Daniel Defense, Spikes Tactical, Anderson, and Aero. You know, there's plenty out there to choose. So keep that in mind, guys. I'm just kind of just comparing the two. And from what I see, very good quality from both of them. Let me know in the comments below which ones you guys prefer and which ones do you guys like more. I don't know if I said this already, but I do have the Anderson lower parts kit in here. I got the MOE Plus grip. I kind of like this rubber texture. Reminds me of my CZ P01. I kind of like that. I know some people don't. Some people do. That's totally personal preference, guys. Totally up to you guys on how you guys run it. I just wanted to do a quick comparison. And the other thing is too is the safety between fire and non-fire. It's like right next to each other. Here it's a little bit more spaced out. It's more of your traditional style, and you have these little tabs that kind of stick out that are in the lower. But yeah, I mean, other than that, they all look, you know, pretty similar. All personal preference, guys. This is all things that I've seen. I know that some people are out there will say that, you know, Aero is the way to go, and some people will say 70, 75 T6 aluminum is still 70, 75 T6 aluminum at the end of the day. So anyway, thanks, guys. I just wanted to do a quick comparison video. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you. And as always, we'll catch you guys in the next one.